Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a movie that really hit home for me. It's called The Big Stick. It's a film about a Pakistani American comedian named Kumail who falls in love with a white woman named Emily and all the family, culture, and personal drama that comes with it. But this isn't just a love story, it's a story about what happens when you're caught between two cultures. One culture is where you're from, and the other one is where you live in. And as someone with Nepali parents who also values traditions, I saw a lot of my own life in Kumali's story. I'll walk you through key moments in the film, connect them to real life ideas about culture and family, and share how this story reflects my own experiences through the two different worlds I've also lived through. Early in the film, Kumail's brother, Navid, gives him some harsh advice. Navid states, "You have to break up with her immediately. Mom will ghost you." What Navid means is if you choose Emily, our parents might cut you out of the family. That's a real fear in many traditional families, mine included. My parents, like Kumail's, had an arranged marriage. They have always told me and my siblings how important it is to marry within our culture. It's not just about love, it's about keeping our identity alive. In sociology, this is called collectivism, where the family needs come before your own. Kumail is pushed to follow rules that don't make sense to him just to keep the peace. I've felt that pressure too. That feeling that choosing someone outside your culture isn't just a personal choice, it's a betrayal. Kumail lies to Emily. He tells her his parents want to meet her when really they don't even know she exists. When she finds out, she's heartbroken. Emily states, "You lied to me. You lied to your parents. Is there someone you're not lying to?" Question mark. Kumail replies with, "I can't lose my family." That line says everything. For many of us, with immigrant parents, family isn't just people, it's your whole world, your history, your safety net. Losing them feels like losing yourself. In my notes for watching the movie, I state Emily leaves crying because she feels lied to for 5 months. That's the pain of the culture gap. She can't understand why he won't just tell his parents about her. He can't explain that it's not that simple. This is what sociologists call intergenerational conflict. When parents and kids clash over values because they're grown in two different worlds. When Emily gets sick and goes into a coma, everything changes. Kumail is stuck in the hospital with her parents, Beth and Terry, who do not like him at first, as previously he had just dumped their daughter, Emily, and didn't even give her a proper reasoning. Beth states, "You didn't want to be with Emily when she was awake. There's no need to do it now." But slowly they start to connect. They go into this comedy show, drink some wine, look at old photos, and they sort of have a little relationship going on with the family from Kumail's side. In my overview, I state Kumail gets to hang out with Emily's parents, who go with him to his stand up and spend time with him. This is where the film shows something beautiful. Love doesn't always come from where you expect. Sometimes family is what shows up when you're waiting at a hospital waiting room. Sociologists call this segmented assimilation, or better known as finding your place in a new culture through unexpected connections. The biggest moment in this film is when Kumail finally tells his parents the truth. Kumail states, "You want me to follow the rules. I get that. But the rules don't make sense to me." End quote. His dad responds back to Kumail saying, "You think the American dream is just about doing whatever you want? You're wrong." This argument is at the heart of so many immigrant family struggles. My parents have said similar things, that American freedom can now look like selfishness, that putting yourself first is a rejection of everything they sacrifice for you. This is a classic example of accumulative stress, the tension that happens when one generation holds into cold, old country values and the next generation adapts to the new ones. It's a painful, messy, and a very real process that's been shared through the decades and decades and decades of the many different generations we have. The end of the movie was a little bit of a bittersweet ending. The movie doesn't wrap everything up neatly. Kumail's parents don't fully accept his choices, but they still care, as they are still the parents at the end of the day. His dad brings him food for the NYC trip, and we get to see a very, very nice, wholesome moment where the dad states, "You are still kicked out of the family, but here's some biryani." Now, context for this scene specifically, the mother was inside the cab waiting for the father to be done talking, as she was too embarrassed to say anything. But still, being the mom at the end of the day, she still felt that that's her son, and she wanted to take full responsibility of him still, even though he's gonna be moving far away from them. And Emily shows up at this New York City comedy show. At the end of the movie, they share a smile, but their future is left open with a big question mark. In my notes, I state the ending was bittersweet. Now, for a little bit of context, that's what makes the film feel true to life. Reconciliation is a process, not a single moment. You don't have to choose between your family and your happiness, but finding a balance takes time, honesty, and a lot of hard conversations. All this tension, the performing, the family pressure, the fear is perfectly explained by the main theory I'm using for this segment, which is also known as segmented assimilation. From sociologist Alejandro Bortes and Min Zhao, this theory was a total light bulb moment for me. It says that when the kids of immigrant parents grow up, they don't just blend into one single American culture, but instead they face a few different paths or segments. Bortes and Zhao outline three main paths: upward mobility into the white middle class mainstream, downward mobility into poverty or marginalized groups, or ethnic solidarity, where you consciously stay within your immigrant community. Kumail is literally standing at this three-way intersection: his comedy career and his relationship with Emily. That's the upward mobility path, the classic American dream. His family's plan for him, that's the ethnic solidarity path. Stay close, marry within the community, preserve your culture. His absolute terror is that choosing one path means accidentally falling into the third, which is better known as downward mobility. To him, choosing Emily doesn't mean losing his girlfriend if it doesn't work out. It means losing his family, his support system, his entire identity. That's a catastrophic social and emotional descent. He's paralyzed because every choice feels like a potential loss. But the movie isn't just about being stuck, it's about finding a way forward. And that way comes from the unlikely place of Emily's parents, Beth and Terry. So, for the conclusion on, why this story even matters in the first place, The Big Sick is more than a romantic comedy, in my opinion. It's a mirror for anyone who's ever felt caught between two different cultures. It shows that family pressure is real and painful. Love can cross culture lines, but it takes a lot of work. Sometimes you find belonging in unexpected places. And there's no easy answers to anything, just a messy, beautiful process of figuring it out together. As someone with Nepali roots, I saw my story in Camille's. I felt his fears, I felt his guilt, I felt his hopes, and I learned that it's okay to honor where you come from while be still choosing to, be who you want to be with. That will conclude my good little podcast introduction. I'd like to thank you for your time, and to whoever's watching, please enjoy the rest of your December and the rest of your year. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later.